Subiaco Post seems to love posting negative commentary about bike paths and shared paths around the Perth area. So let's just fact check this article which recently came out, and there are 4 claims here, and let's check them out one by one. So the first thing is they're saying it's a bike path. Well, the Kings Park board says it's a shared path. The temporary signage that's been put up says shared path. The symbology that's been painted on the ground, the pavement markings, what are that? Oh, look, bicycles and pedestrians. That makes it a shared path, doesn't it? The people who are using the path, walking along it at the moment, suggests it's a shared path. If we look at the signage that's been put up, the warning signage, oh, look at that. That's not a bicycle sign. That's a pair of legs. Wouldn't that suggest pedestrians? Yeah, I think it's a shared path rather than a bike path. And certainly, if you actually go out and get out of your car and walk around, you'll see there's scooters, bicycles, dogs, pedestrians, all that kind of stuff, sharing the path. Now, here's our supposedly 8 removed peppermint trees. And yes, there's a line of scraggly looking peppermints along Kings Park Road. And you can see here, there are 5 peppermints regrowing from stumps along here. So when they did the construction work, they obviously cut them back almost to ground level. But since then, 5 have resprouted. And so I presume they're going to grow back to trees, decent looking trees at some point. Now that pile of dirt there, that's a stump where it's not resprouting. And given the spacing of the trees, it wouldn't surprise me if they ground out a pair of trees where the path is now. So, claim of removing 8 trees, not factually correct. 6 have definitely been chopped back to a stump that are resprouting. Of those 6, 5 are regrowing, and I suspect 2 were completely removed to put the path in. So, is it a bike path? No, that's wrong. Were 8 trees removed? No, I wouldn't call that completely correct either. Now, what about the next claim? And this is all about signage. And they're saying that there are 11 signs in 50 metres telling you to be cautious about people walking and cycling. Well, let's go and go into Jorring Grove from Kings Park Road and see how many signs a driver would see going in. Now, how many do you count from this direction? Because I am counting 4. I can't see any more. There you go, 1, 2, 3, 4. From the other direction, I don't know whether we count the speed sign. I'm not going to, but we've definitely got a warning sign there. That's 1. As we go a little bit further along, we've got a pedestrian and cyclist sign. We'll make that 2. The speed hump, is that really a warning sign about pedestrians? Yeah, let's count it. Do we count pavement markings? Well, technically it's a pavement marking, not a sign. But there's definitely 2 pedestrian signs at the crosswalk itself. So, well, 5 or 6 signs. I mean, you could even maybe say there's only 4 signs there if you don't include the speed hump. But yeah, 4 signs going in, somewhere between 4 and 5 going out. Yeah, I don't see how you get 11 signs there. But is that excessive? Well, let's just walk around the corner to Harvest Terrace behind Parliament House and have a look at this pedestrian crossing, which has been here for quite some time. And about 50 metres back from the crossing, there's 2 signs, and on the crossing itself, there are 3 signs. So we've got 5 signs in total, which is even more than what we've got on Jorring Avenue, or Jorring Grove. But that's just from one direction. Let's go down the other end and have a look from the other way. So you can see 3 pedestrian warning signs there at the crosswalk. But I think we need to go just a little bit further down the hill towards Hay Street and see if there's some advanced warning signs. And yes, there are. There's 2. So we've got 5 warning signs 5 signs in total from each direction, making 10 signs. So I would presume this is kind of normal for a modern pedestrian crossing setup. And in fact, why don't we go to the Austroads Guide to Road Design and have a look, and you can see, yeah, they have some nice diagrams here about sign placement and warning signs and all that kind of stuff. So firstly, I don't think there's 11 signs, but I think even if there were 10, that would be fairly normal. But now, what about it being bare and barren? yes, I do think it's a bit bare and barren, but I also found excessive speed by quite a few drivers was an issue. But let's just go through the log of claims. They got the location correct. The path type wrong. It's a shared path, not a bike path. Were 8 peppermints removed? No, I think 2 were permanently removed, 6 were cut back, and 5 are regrowing. 11 signs? No, I didn't count that many. Is it bare and barren? Yeah, that's accurate, but for now, it'll grow back, as you can see with the peppermint trees. And our driver's been bombarded with hideous signs. Well, I don't think the signs are hideous because they are Australian standard signs used at pedestrian crossings absolutely everywhere across the country. And are users being bombarded with signs? Well, I think as we saw, you know, 5 signs in each direction is kind of normal. So no, I don't think we're being bombarded. We're just getting the normal number of signs. But given the way I saw drivers speeding in and out of that car park, yeah, the signs are completely necessary.